Alright guys, welcome back to another video. I gotta be real quiet. I gotta be loud enough for you guys to hear me, but not loud enough for this fucking homeless guy to hear me. Matt Danz, up at the pavilion. If you can't tell, fat tire behind me, camera's on. I might just make this a couple minute video, I don't know. I have no idea. Here, I'll try to zoom in and not make this look too... Alright, see where that fucking weight bag is? Down by because there's the bleachers I was talking about yesterday right here that we're looking at. And then there's that manhole and that big tree. See where that white bag is where that manhole is. That's where he's sleeping. When I went down there on the day that I did it was the day I did the Kennedy vlog, the day I filmed that one for sure. It was like right before I went down, or right before I went to Kennedy, because it was about 11:30 in the morning yet, and because I went to pit roll, I grabbed myself a Monster, and then so then I went down there to where the bleachers are, and I just set down my Monster down, I cracked it open, and I took a drink and I set it down, and I put my feet up on that higher thing, that higher runner where your feet sit for the highest row, because there's 3 rows to sit on, or 3 benches to sit on. The one on the ground where you just set your feet on the gravel. Then you got that runner for your feet behind you for that middle row, or that middle bench. Then that very top bench, you got one behind that middle one, and that top bench where you set your feet for that very far up bench, the one in the very back of the bleachers. I put my feet up there and I tied my shoes because they were coming loose. And I'm walking around talking to myself, sounding like a fucking crazy ass person at this point. And I go behind where the big tree is. Now that I explained it a little better, or showed it a little better, or whatever. And because there's that batting thing, that practice batting thing by the tree. And I go get to that fence for that batting thing. And I see someone laying on the ground resting up against a tree, and I'm like, whatever, he's probably just, enjoying the weather. And so I just left him alone, I just finished my Monster, I kept the tab, I threw the freaking can somewhere or whatever, and, I threw it, matter of fact, I threw it in my bike, back in my bike, because, me, I don't litter. Then I just left. And then that's when I went to do the vlog for Kennedy and whatever. And then I did whatever, I rode around, went went to a couple different, dollar stores, because there's the one over here that I go to, Family Dollar, and then I go to Dollar Tree, which is up by Festival. And then I went home, did whatever else, and came back out and jumped on the bike, about quarter to 4 o'clock, so that'd be 3:45, 4 o'clock ish, somewhere in there. I jumped on the bike. Like, maybe I'll go back down to, down behind the big baseball diamond. At this point, I already done the vlog for Kennedy, or at Kennedy. And I was saying to myself, that guy better not be there. If not, I'm probably gonna do a part 2, which then in turn, I got down there, no one was there. And I was like, thank God. And I was just looking around to see if deer. There it is. It's right there. Because that batting casing that we're looking at right now is over here too. Deer right there. But so I get down there, I'm looking around where I can, at least start the vlog, because I seen that there's a shit ton of fucking cans laying right on the edge of that fucking tree line, right behind that big tree. I'm like, I went and looked, I'm like, what the fuck? Who would do this? This is part of Barrington, and this is littering, it's against the law to do that. And then I turn around and I look up towards Baston here. I see a guy walking down. He's like, hey, how's it going? I was like, I'm pretty good, whatever. I'm just getting out of here. So if you want this area to yourself, I can leave now. Or whatever. And, I walked right back by my bike, and he's like, blah blah blah, raving, whatever. I told you guys the whole story yesterday, whatever. And I thought about telling him, dude, no offense towards you or anything, but I gotta get out of here. He's like, well, why? And I'm like, because I got places to be, I got shit to fucking do. And he just ranting and raving, and I sat there for like 45 fucking minutes. And I ain't gonna give him money because I felt bad, so at least you can at least buy something warm to eat. But if the Green Bay Police Department sees this, please come get this fucking guy. He's sitting behind a big baseball diamond behind Danz Elementary School. That's on the corner of Danz and Baston. If you go up towards Preble High School, it's going to be on your right-hand side. Then park on Newberry, down a little bit, and then walk up. He ain't mean or rude or, hostile or anything. It's just, he's a little too close for comfort for me for, being so close to a school. Right? Yeah, he's so far because the school's on the other side of this building behind me. But still, like I said, he's still a little too close for comfort. Go into the fucking woods and I'll be okay with it. And if you see me down there, like, just be like, hey, I'm just going into the woods. If you need anything, I'll be back a little bit, back in the woods a little bit. but you know, or whatever. Like, okay, fine, whatever, you know, I'll vlog quick or whatever, and then I leave. But, you know, I got a feeling he's gotten a hint that I'm here, and I'm gonna get out of here, so I'll see you guys in the next video. I don't know what's all gonna go on, so just watch out on trail riding, skate tutorials, and ramp riding, so. But yeah, I'll see you guys later in the next video.